Hello again, this is Preheat. Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. So since I just came out with my tier list video and then Blizzard dropped some patch notes on this, I felt obliged to go ahead and give you an update on what the current state of the specs are. And I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not good. So here are the changes. Let's just cover them first, and then let's talk about the implications. So we have some changes to the hero talents, the tier bonuses specifically coming in 11.2. It says here that the Ignite effectiveness is going to be reduced to 100% instead of 150 on the Frostfire bonus. And then also the damage bonus is going to be reduced to 20% as opposed to 30%. This is a massive nerf on its own. And then also we have the Glacial Spike damage is reduced by 20% on the Fire set. In addition to that, they're also nerfing the Spellslinger set, just very, very small amount. Arcane Blast damage bonus is going to be reduced to 12%. It used to be 20%. And then for Frost, they are reducing the Spellslinger effectiveness. Ice Lance and Icicle damage bonus is going to be 10% instead of 20%. Cut both of those basically in half. And then these changes here with the 2 stacks of Arcane Harmony from Arcane Blast. This was already in there, so this is no change. And then same with the Cold Front thing. And then they also reduced the spell damage bonus on the 4-piece for Frost Spellslinger. They're making it now 8% instead of 10%. In addition to that, they're also buffing the Meteorite damage by 20%, which is basically irrelevant. This wasn't doing anything really otherwise. And then also the Phoenix area of effect spell damage increased by 30%. Again, this is a change that basically means nothing. In total, we're talking about, maybe 2% at most, but probably much less than that. Okay, so here's the situation that I don't understand. Why is it that Blizzard can only make fire either completely overpowered or dead? Because that's what I'm seeing here. Fire is getting nerfed so heavily by this change that Frostfire is now behind Sunfury in single target. In fact, it's around 6% behind Sunfury in single target. And Sunfury was already basically unplayable because the damage was so bad in single target. With this change, both of the fire specs are now around 10% behind their Arcane and Frost counterparts here. Why would you play fire really in any situation? The damage has been so massively nerfed. I mean, I get that Ignite was too powerful. We saw that the damage was way too high, and it definitely needed some adjustment when it came to cleave and AoE. But this change makes no consideration for the impact in single target. So we are once again walking into another tier where Fire Mage is going to need massive buffs before it is actually playable. Essentially, right now, as it stands, Frost is pretty good damage, but because of the benefits of Arcane, this is, unless something changes, this is 100% just an Arcane tier, right? You can play Frost on the single target bosses, that's fine. But on all of the more difficult bosses, you're going to now play Arcane because it's just really the only option. When it comes to just the utility that you're getting, the execute, the burst damage, the funnel. Frost has good damage, but it doesn't have any of those other things. Fire was a consideration because the damage was also pretty good, but it also had cheat death, right? It's fun to play, but now the damage is just so bad that basically Fire is dead, is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm hoping is that maybe some of these changes are given additional thought, maybe reconsider how much this is impacting the single target damage of Fire. Maybe look at the data from the single target bosses and see if you really want the fire damage to start with a 4 investment slot instead of a 5 like most specs. Yeah, overall, I'm really hoping that they walk this back. I will make another video if they make any changes, but as of right now, if you're seeing anything on any tier list with fire being up there, go ahead and move it down 2 tiers on anything that you see. And pretty much expect that this is not going to be playable until it receives buffs. So, sorry to be the bearer of bad news today, but it is what it is. Anyways, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and hopefully I see you in the next one.